All right. Hey, I'm Tyler Rosen, and this is Cooking on Saturdays with Tyler Rosen. Now, last week when I was doing my meal, I had got a request for jambalaya, and that request came from my wife's Aunt Carol. Aunt Carol, this one's for you. I know you said you and Raymond would be watching specifically, so I'm going to do this for you. And everybody else who's watching, I thank you for coming back and enjoying everything I've done so far. So, this is what we're doing today. Come here and I'll show you what we're doing. This right here is some smoked sausage. I've got one large yellow onion diced up. I've got 3 or 4 sticks of celery diced up. And I've got 1.5 green bell peppers diced up as well. Now what I did was I initially put a little olive oil in it. Right here. Doesn't matter what kind. Just, you know, some good olive oil. And I put it in there, let it get a little hot. And then I put in the sausage, so you can cook the sausage a little bit. And after the sausage gets a little, you know, heat to it and starts to smell real good, then you put in your veggies. You put in everything all at once. And we're going to let it cook down until it gets nice and translucent. You know, nice and soft. The rest of the ingredients today are going to be 1 can of crushed San Marzano tomatoes. We'll use about half of this container, but if you don't use chicken broth in a container or a box, you can make your own or whatever. It's going to be 16 ounces or 2 cups. A little salt and some pepper, you know, to taste, like I always say. You got thyme, bay leaves, and a little bit of soul food or Creole seasoning. And we've got a bag of shrimp, the 41 to 60 count, large or medium. And we've got a cup of uncooked rice. Now, what you do, you know, you put it in here, you let it get nice and good. So it's probably going to take about 4 minutes, 5 minutes tops to let this, you know, cook down the right way. And we're going to let this cook down. So what I did was I added the can of the San Marzano tomatoes and 2 cups of chicken broth. I also put in 3 bay leaves. I put in about a teaspoon of the thyme leaves, and I put in probably about a tablespoon of the soul food or the Creole seasoning to help with it. I put a little salt, a little pepper for flavor, and you just mix it in. You mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it, and then you turn everything down to simmer, or you turn it down to low. And you're going to let it simmer for about, oh, I'm sorry, and I poured in a cup of rice as well. Don't mind the video. I'm trying to shorten it so everybody wants to watch it. So, you know, bear with me. We'll get better as the weeks go on, trust me. Yeah, so I put in the rice, the herbs, and chicken broth and tomatoes. We're just stirring it in. You know, of course, you had it on high earlier. You turn everything down to low. You want to turn it down as low as you can get it. And you want to let it simmer for about 20 minutes until the rice is done. And after that, it'll suck in most of the moisture. You just put a lid on it and you let it simmer for a good 20 minutes or so. Now, it's been about 20 minutes. Let's check on it. Look at it now. Oh man, the rice is nice and plump. Everything's nice and meshed together. We married all the flavors. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the shrimp. Now, normally you can buy, you know, uncooked shrimp and you can peel it and devein it yourself. Or you can buy pre-cooked shrimp. It really doesn't make too much of a difference. I bought shrimp that I've cooked already, and I've already deveined it and stuff. So that way it'll be a little quicker for the video. Now we're going to put it in there, get the shrimp mixed in there. Now, if you did in fact buy shrimp that you have to cook, you do not have to cook it beforehand. You can cook it right now. You can dump the raw shrimp in there. It's not going to have any biological hazards or any, you know, type of foodborne illness in it. It's, you know, it's safe. You put it in there, what you're going to do is you're going to let it cook till it gets pink, like any other shrimp that you want to eat. Now, for the spirit of time and video editing, I put it in already cooked. Now, you just mix it in. And like I said, if you're putting in uncooked shrimp, you're going to let it cook down a little bit, probably another 5 minutes till it becomes Now, right here, I've already cooked it. It's in here. I just mixed it in. Everything's good. We got a little temperature on it. You know, it's good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to serve a nice little plate of it. And we'll make sure you get a nice helping of shrimp and sausage. And that way, you know, you got a nice plate. Here we go. There's a nice plate of it right here. Not very pretty, but, you know, what's pretty about cooking at home for your family? Let's try it, huh? Get a piece of the shrimp, a piece of the sausage. Mmm.
So damn too good.
It's really hot, but that right there, that's damn good. Now, that was my episode of Saturday Cooking with Tyler Rosen, and this episode was Jambalaya. Now, if you like what you've seen, like me, subscribe to me, and come back every week.